it looks a little different. We got a new streaming service. I haven't figured out where to upload our intro graphics, so we're looking a little naked in the beginning, but that's okay.
Some people pay extra for that.
Right. But we have Greg with us today as to get started on a Bigfoot talk for a couple weeks. Because Greg, I hear you are a big fan of Bigfoot.
Oh, yes, I am. I
Yeah, no,
am
what do you
I'm a
think
big fan of Bigfoot.
of? I've heard that there's been
I
some.
think I have my wrong shirt on.
Oh, right.
Well, you got Bigfoot on that shirt.
Oh, well, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Now, have you heard about some of the people having some instances, run-ins of Bigfoot down around in that Mansfield area?
Not around Mansfield, but east of where we live, near like Wyndham, Garrettsville, uh, that area. Beginning of March, there was a big flap. Um, I think there were like set. Oh, what happened here? There were like 7 sightings.
Mm.
Most of them were during the day, and I think that happened in like could be wrong, in like a 10-day period. And every once in a while, there have been sightings here. In fact, I have um, I have a chart right here with Bigfoot sightings all over. Uh, well, you guys, I didn't lose you guys, did I?
Nope.
All right, you guys can still see me. So what am I doing here? So yeah, I actually have a chart up here, and it's kind of funny because right where we live, this chart has all these sightings um, throughout the United States, and there's this one sighting that occurred, oh, probably less than a half mile where we live, but it's in an industrial complex. And sometimes I think sightings, there's a little bit more to it than uh, when I say that, I think maybe there may be like alcoholic beverages involved.
Extracurricular
Because
activities and substances.
yeah, because where we live, there's no Bigfoot here. It's you know, so it's
Yeah. If he can go
where
anywhere he wants to
Poppy's
go, why would he
popcorn
want to be in a
is.
city and in a commercial
Yeah,
area?
Kathy, it's where Poppy's popcorn is. There was a Bigfoot sighting there, so
Oh,
right over there. So
yeah, in
it's like, nah,
Elyria.
yeah, no, it was in North Ridgeville.
Oh, that's North Ridgeville? I always thought that was
Well, no,
Elyria.
no, it was in that area. It was in North
Uh-huh.
Ridgeville. But
Okay.
it's like, nah, that doesn't happen. But where this one occurred, um, it's in an area just east of here, and there have been Bigfoot sightings in that area, especially in an area we it used to be called a Ravenna Arsenal. Which right now it is, I believe it's called Camp Garfield, which is an army training facility, and actually I think it's a joint training facility. Um, and there's a corridor there that runs east and west, and a lot of Bigfoot researchers believe that. Bigfoot used that corridor to travel east and west because there's not a whole lot of Bigfoot sightings in that area. But it is a pretty big area, and that's where these sightings did occur. Now there hasn't been any sightings really prior to that or after that, and that flap has died down.
Mhm.
And these people didn't know each other. You know, they were just going about their days, like walking their dogs through the woods or just going out into the backyard doing stuff. And they were all describing basically the same thing, this large man-like creature standing up on two legs, and they were describing it, 7 to 8 feet tall.
Mhm.
So
Um, I'm gonna interrupt just for a minute. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Greg, but we do have somebody in the audience that says that you're hard to hear. So I don't know if you can adjust your microphone a little bit or get closer to it because we want to make sure everybody can hear you. And w- okay, that's it.
Yeah, I was on the back end
I got
going,
it.
"Ooh, I turn up
Uh-huh.
the volume on this new service for him?" Like, if I can, I
Oh,
haven't
can
found
you?
it.
Yeah.
If I can, I haven't found that yet.
We got all
Mhm.
sorts of things to figure out now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, I think this, today we're actually talking ParaPsyCon, a little bit of Bigfoot right now, but, ParaPsyCon, I think, was what we're gonna talk about. Greg's gonna talk about his interest with the Bigfoot and how Bigfoot's going to be, part of the ParaPsyCon. We have people that will be there that you can talk to. And then, next week, we have a great lineup for this month. Next week, Greg will come in and he'll be talking about all of the Bigfoot stuff. He talked about it a little bit at the very beginning, so if you were coming in late, that's okay. You're gonna hear it again next week. And after he leads through all of that, then we're going to have Ken Gearhart here, who is a cryptozoologist. And the following week, we are going to bring in a Sasquatch person, which is also Bigfoot. So I think we've got an interesting month ahead of us for all of you. So I'm hoping you're liking the new service we're using and the new format.
Yeah, thank you. I forgot
Yep.
that we shifted things
Yep.
around this morning, and I'm like, "Oop, that's
But
my bad. I jumped a week ahead, so sorry, Greg."
oh, that's okay. I mean, I love Bigfoot. It's like I'm no Bigfoot expert, but I do like it. In fact, Kathy and I took a trip out northwest a couple years ago, and we didn't really look for Bigfoot. We went to Mount St. Helens because I wanted to see St. Helens, but Mount St. Helens is a Bigfoot hotspot. And I
Oh,
did purchase dash cams for the cars just in case we had Bigfoot right out in front of us.
Mhm. Well,
And we
you got it
did
for the
stop,
front and the back in case he came out after we passed him. So,
and we
yes.
did stop at a Bigfoot research center. So stopped and
It's
talked
funny you
with
say
them.
that.
But
'Cause when I just had my road trip, I wanted cameras, like, we got them installed, like, literally, like, 3 days before I left. And my dad's like, "What do you need this, like, in such a hurry for?" I'm like, "'Cause what if I see Bigfoot?" And he just started laughing. He's like, "You mean for, like, bad drivers?" I'm like, "You never know. I just want it." And it's, like, the front, the inside of the car, and the back of the car. I'm like, "What if Bigfoot jumps in through my window?" Like, I have evidence of this. It didn't happen, but that was kind of
you
my
never,
first thing. Like, everybody else is, like, security stuff, and I'm just like, "Well, what if I see something really cool like Bigfoot or an alien?" Like,
right?
Mhm, and there's no evidence, yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. I mean, but that's why I put the cameras on. It's like, hey, we're gonna be out in Washington, Oregon, Northern California. Those are Bigfoot hotspots. So you
Well,
never know.
it seems like whenever we're going somewhere, Greg's always saying, "Watch for Bigfoot, watch for Bigfoot."
There's watch
mo
for
In fact, we
deer,
are
there's watch for Bigfoot.
in fact we
most
are
people are
doing a
like,
little Bigfoot camping trip in August, at the end
Mhm.
of August, down in West Virginia. We
Oh,
got
nice.
a friend who owns some property, and she claims that there's been Bigfoot sightings on the property. So
I would definitely agree with that.
yep. So
Mhm.
we are doing some Bigfoot camping and uh, searching at the end of August.
"Oh,
So
nice,
that'll
Fun.
be fun.
Mhm.
nice." It's funny because I have grandparents that live in West Virginia up on the side of a mountain, and they're always bugging about coming to visit. And
It's
and I'm
gorgeous.
like,
You need to.
maybe I should. And they're having some issues with some squatters far back on the land. And I'm like, me and the land spirits need to go have a powwow about removing squatters.
Mhm.
And I'm like, how do you summon Bigfoot and make like, some sort of like, dude, I will give you this if you run them off the land. Like, I have to go figure this out.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Squatters, squatchers, it almost sounds the same. Squatters, squatchers.
right?
There you go.
But I'm like, yeah. So if you guys ever want to go camping again in West Virginia, and be like, hey, go stay with Tom and Marie in the middle of their land. And the first time I went out there, we did camp, and in the morning, Papa was like, oh, the bears didn't get you. I'm like, there's no bears, and Grandma's like, yeah, there is. And I'm like, and you let us sleep outside in a tent. I'm feeling a little not as loved now, Grandma and Papa. Like, thanks.
That's it.
Thanks.
We're all taking a camping trip. The wooers are camping.
I'm more afraid of the bears than I am of Bigfoot, quite honestly. But
Yes. Yeah.
but for ParaPsyCon, because that is coming up in just a smidge over a month as I look at my small date up in the corner of my laptop screen. But Kayla, I don't think you've gotten to come down to see ParaPsyCon ever yet. One of these years, we're going to have to get you down there. I think you'd have a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
fun. Prison, no less.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
how did
That'd be awesome.
ParaPsyCon get started down there in that big old beautiful prison?
Well, actually, well, let's go back even farther than that. ParaPsyCon actually started back in 2017 in Lorain, Ohio. Uh, uh, we used to do events out of an old hospital there called St. Joseph Hospital. And it started there back in about 2015. One of our team members, unfortunately, her son was killed in a traffic accident. So we decided to do a fundraising ghost hunt there to raise money to help her with funeral expenses, and that was a success. It worked. So we started doing, private ghost hunts, and every once in a while, private ghost hunts out of there. And I remember one time we were driving out to the Rhodes Hotel, and I was like, we need to do like a psychic fair or a, little convention from the hospital. See what we can do to raise money for local charities. So we talked about it, and we decided, yeah, let's do it. So our first one was back in 2017, and I think we had like 30 vendors. Um, and it was a success. We made money, and we donated all that money to local charities there. Um, then we did it again in 2018, but then we had to shut the building down because the hospital was starting to get a lot of black mold inside. There was no electric, no running water, and conditions were getting hazardous inside the building. But we didn't actually hold the convention there. We held it in a support building next to the hospital, which is still standing. But eventually the hospital did get torn down. Um, so I reached out to the House State Reformatory because Kathy and I were working there to see if we can move it down there. And they were like, yeah. Well, when we did it at the hospital, it was called the Old St. Joseph Hospital Psychic and Paranormal Convention or Fair, or whatever we called it. And we're like, that's too long. So, we need to change the name. And I came up with the name Psychic and Paranormal Convention and just shortened it to ParaPsyCon, Paranormal and Psychic Convention, ParaPsyCon, which is paranormal and psychic convention. And when we did it at the hospital, we never had the special guest, um, talent from TV or anything like that. And it's been growing ever since. And we've had some of our vendors have been with us from year one when we did it at the hospital. So, which is pretty cool, and it's always been uh, like a fundraising event. Kathy and I never keep any money. We donate everything back to the reformatory, and we've always done a food drive. Even when we did it at the hospital, we've always done a food drive and pet supply drive. So it's all about giving.
Yeah, and I want to add on to that, even though I'm not acting as a ParaPsyCon representative, but I got to jump in there a little bit. Greg says that we donate all of the money back to the Mansfield Reformatory Preservation Society, which is the Ohio State Reformatory. All of the people that work with us on this to make the event successful, they are all volunteers. So no one gets any money from this, and they all do it because of their love for the building and for the convention itself and all the people they get to meet. It's kind of like a family that we've pulled together. So when you're coming out there, and actually our convention's free, Greg, you might want to go delve into that a little bit about how, the cost and everything, but anything and everything that we do raise, we don't keep any of it.
Yeah. Yeah, even when we started at the hospital, we never charged admission. We did give tours at the hospital that where we charged like, a couple bucks. And we were always sold out for that. But as far as the actual fair convention, whatever you want to call it, we never charged for that. So we don't charge for it at the reformatory, but you do have to pay admission into the reformatory, which the Ohio State Reformatory does charge. But there's no extra charge for the actual ParaPsyCon. So let's say you went to um, the Ohio State Reformatory, let's say today or tomorrow, which it is open 7 days a week now. You would pay your admission there, and I think it's $30 right now for your paid admission. So you get your self-guided tour. There's several museums inside the prison. You have the Ohio Corrections Museum, you have the Shawshank Museum, and you have the North Central Ohio Industrial Museum. So you get all that plus your self-guided tour. I mean, you can spend easily a couple hours in there. Well, during ParaPsyCon, you pay your $30 admission and you get all that. Plus, you get the ParaPsyCon, which we have over 85 different vendors. We have speakers. Uh, we have food trucks. We have displays outside, including like the Scooby Doo Mystery Machine. We have a uh, supernatural tribute car. Uh, I did say speakers, right? We have you can meet the what I call them celebrities from TV. You can win some cool prizes. We have scavenger hunt. We have raffles. It's a really cool event, and you get all that for your admission. And if you buy a weekend pass, it's even cheaper.
Too bad you guys, and I'm just coming up with this as a thought, and maybe there's still time, but if you guys could get the Culture Swap boys to come out because they are from Ohio and they will purposely do videos about going ghost hunting. So that would be hilarious, I think, especially in that building.
Are those the ones you
That,
sent me? Like the guys that kind of make it like a comedy kind of thing? With
yeah, yeah.
I forgot about
Taking my
those. Those were fun.
taking my friend to go do some ghost hunting stuff. That would
Mhm.
be amazing. I've been sitting here trying to think how long I've been vending at ParaPsyCon, and I know I haven't been there since the beginning because I didn't get to see the hospital, unfortunately.
Mhm.
But I think Gotta See Elite came in maybe the second year you moved it to the prison.
Yeah,
And
you've
I've been
been
there
there a
ever
while.
since.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
been with you
Mhm.
guys ever since. Love the event. I have yet to have any fun paranormal down there, and probably because I'm too busy talking with customers and, the volunteers and people that you just make friends with, like they're your once a year friends. You see them for the ParaPsyCon, and we all scatter at the end of Sunday. So not a whole lot of time to pay attention, if anything's going on. But it's always a good event. It's one of my Like, as soon as I get the new calendar for the year, I'm like, "ParaPsyCon should be this weekend, it's written in." So,
Mhm.
and then I start bugging Kathy, like, "Is there contracts yet? How many tables did I get?"
It's like, "Don't
Maybe
worry,
next year will be my
you're
year.
in."
Yeah, yeah, you're in. We wish we could get everybody in. We get, and I'm sure lot of conventions, have this the same issue too. We've got right now we got about 85 vendors on the wait list, well, waiting to get in, and unfortunately, we just don't have the room to uh, get everybody in. And that's the thing. I mean, we're not like in a convention center where there's a lot of space. I mean, we're in a prison that was constructed, in the late 1800s. And um like you've been the last couple years, you were actually in the cell block area where you
Mhm.
have cells behind you,
Yeah.
so it's not like you're in a nice convention center with bright lights and air conditioning and heating. It's you're in a prison. And but it's
The ambiance
the
is pretty cool, though. It is
yeah,
pretty cool to be
it,
able to
it,
walk through that,
It's fitting for the event, honestly, you know?
it
Exactly,
is.
exactly, and I
I'm
kinda wanna
picturing
say
Tucson, but jail cells instead of motel and hotel rooms turned into all these things.
yeah. Well, and to tag on to what Greg's saying too, we do have a lot of people on the wait list, and it is hard to get into our event because everybody, once they come, they want to keep coming. I mean, it is a
Mhm.
good event, and but anyways, one of the other reasons why we don't expand, because we've had a lot of people say, well, why don't you just expand into the East Cell Block? Well, if we expand into the East Cell Block and we bring in those 80 people, that's taking away from the other 90 people that are already vending, if that makes sense. And we want our vendors to be happy. We want our vendors to be making money. We want our vendors to be want to come back. And if you we're not in it for money. I mean, yes, it's nice to get the money to be able to donate and everything, but we are not going to bring in 180 vendors to make the money off of the tables to donate, because it's what you're doing is you're killing the event because your vendors make it. So I
Mhm.
hope that makes sense, but
Yeah,
And as a
it
vendor,
makes
I
sense to
appreciate
me.
that.
Yeah, we
Um,
don't want to oversaturate it.
right.
That's we want to keep it just how it is, and you know
Yeah,
and
and one of the things we do say is people getting on the wait list, get on the wait list, because if spots open up, you're moving in. But if you're sitting idle and you're not doing anything and you're not putting the effort forward to try and get in, the people that have done it are going to get in a whole lot faster.
Now Chris says it's such a beautiful historical, it is, and it's very photogenic. I don't care what the weather's doing, you're gonna get a nice picture just standing in the front. But the building is going through a lot of rehab. So that's why ParaPsyCon is very important, because it's helping fix roofs, fix, plumbing, resecure stairs. Because let me tell you, when you're walking through that building, you are walking down and through and up and down old metal stairs, and the catwalks, and um a lot of times I don't even bother to leave to go get food, even if one of your volunteers is like, do you need a break? Because I'm like, I'm going to get lost. How do I get to the front of the building from here? Like, I know how to get to the bathrooms. That's good enough for me. I have snacks under the table or in the jail cell behind me. So I'm like, don't let me go wander in this building. I will get lost. But the ParaPsyCon helps with roofs, walls, plumbing, electrical, and it's an old building. It takes a lot to rehab these buildings. And do you know, either one of you, if because it's historical, if there are certain ways you have to rehab it, like maybe you can't update certain types of electric to keep it historic?
I'm not sure. I do know that they do a lot. I mean, I know they had to put a fire suppression system in there, which it's not historical. I mean, you walk through there and you see what's that, and it's a fire suppression system. Obviously, they got exit signs all over the place, so. Um, and I know they just put in new windows and everything, but I don't think so. I haven't heard anything like that. I don't think like it's an old home or anything like that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Um,
we have a whole restoration team that works at the Ohio State Reformatory, and they are up on all of the laws and all of the requirements regarding the historical location.
Mm.
So they're the ones that could best answer that, because they're the ones that are up and understanding everything they can and cannot do. So, sometimes the restoration team, they may be working on things and they might call the volunteers in to help. I mean, you and I worked on the second floor Shawshank Museum area, and we scraped, I mean, hand scraped all of the walls on that floor. So, as far as the restoration, that's somebody's department.
yeah, but I haven't heard anything that they have to
Mm-mm.
follow anything, but that's out of our area of expertise there. Let's put it that way.
No
Our
worries.
area of expertise there is
Ooh.
yeah, the paranormal aspect of it. That's why we're there. Not only are we the paranormal organizers, but I'm also the lead paranormal investigator there.
Well, Melanie was just asking, so great segue, whether or not you planned that on purpose. On, if you've had anything show up in photos down there at the
uh,
ParaPsyCon.
well, I've been investigating since 1991. And regardless of where you go, you rarely ever get anything on photographs. Rarely. In fact, I've probably taken 40,000 photographs, and I only have about 12 that I would even consider paranormal. So there, no, I've never captured anything that I would consider paranormal there. Videos, yeah, I've gotten a couple things in video there that can't explain. Um,
A lot of
now we,
EVPs,
huh?
a lot of EVPs too.
Lot of EVPs, but now we did have a guest. I do share it in one of the classes I teach there, where they actually captured a shadow figure in the central guard room. Um, that's the central hub of the ParaPsyCon. We captured a mist on one of our videos when we were investigating there. Um, and we've captured some weird things on some of our video cameras. Not too often. The vast majority of the stuff there are bugs and dust, bats, stuff like that. Lot of insects, a lot of dust. Um, but nothing really any paranormal stuff. And I'm there all the time. Kathy and I have been investigating the building since 2004. We've been working there since 2013, and I've been working the private hunts since 2017, and I've been the lead since 2019. So I'm there all the time, and I watch the security cameras all the time, and we've got tons of video and photographs and nothing.
And I want to add something that did happen on one of the cameras up in the escape rooms. That's another thing that the Ohio State Reformatory does have. They have 3 escape rooms that are up on the 3rd floor,
Hmm.
and they're actually in one of the most haunted locations. The 3rd floor is extremely active, And when they were putting them in, I was like, "Ooh, those kids are going to have a lot of fun." Well, the very last escape room that they put in, Greg, what is the name of it? Because I always forget. Cabin of the Damned or something.
Damn. Cabin
Yeah.
of the Damned.
Yeah, and it's one of the hardest escape rooms to get through. They haven't gotten anybody to go through it yet. But anyways, going back to where I started, they have motion cameras that are in these escape rooms, and this is before they were actually open, but they were getting ready for the beta testing. And in the middle of the night, the motion alarm triggered, and it recorded, and as it recorded it recorded a can, like the props. There was like a shelf, and there's things up there. It recorded a can being moved and pushed off the shelf. So I do believe that the one operations manager does have that file. I got to get that because that would be really cool to see. But that's the only piece that I know of up on the third floor that they do have. Now there's a lot of reports of activity that go up there too with the people that run the escape rooms that are skeptics that are no longer skeptics. But
I didn't realize there was escape rooms up there. I might have to go down early maybe. Are they gonna run them, during blood prison, like, during the day?
They do. I believe they do. But Greg, tell them about our our escape rooms.
We during ParaPsyCon, we are actually doing a raffle. So I think it's going to end like the beginning of May, where you can buy a raffle ticket, and you can get those through our ParaPsyCon website. And there again, all the money you purchase the ticket, and that money goes immediately to the Ohio State Reformatory. But the winner of that raffle ticket, they're going to win a lot. So the winner can choose one of the 3 escape rooms to do an escape room. They can choose up to 1 to 3 of their favorite family members or their favorite friends. And then they can choose 2 of our celebrities to do the escape room with.
Oh.
And they will also be able to receive up to 4 weekend passes to ParaPsyCon. So they win all of that and do the escape room and spend the weekend up at ParaPsyCon. So
I would pick Dave Giuliano because I think he would be hilarious in the escape
he's
room.
not part of it, so he's just a vendor.
Man.
When we're talking about our special guest celebrities, so like so I'm trying to think who's like Dustin Perry, John Zaffis, Ben Hansen, Dave Schrader. So the ones that are TV shows and stuff like that who have their own TV shows.
There should be an option to put 4 people you don't like in the escape room, the really hard one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go in, but I want to send these 4 people in
together.
Kathy, you're muted.
Oh, let me
That's
see.
okay. I was just mainly laughing, so you just didn't hear me laugh. But as far as the escape room tickets, you can go to parapsycon.com and go to the ticketing area to purchase those. The raffle tickets are 1 for $5.
10 for 12.
10 for
right?
Yep. And how many for 20? There's 3 different categories you can choose from.
Aw, thanks, Melanie. I don't know how much I've never done one, so I don't know how helpful I would be. But
we're adding that to the list next time I'm there because I've never done one either.
I feel like Vic should do an escape room where if you don't get out in a certain amount of time, the warden's widow comes for you.
That would be cool.
She's imposing all on her own.
Yeah, the escape rooms are different. I know the first time that Greg and I did it, we did it with his sister and her husband. We had no clue as to what to expect. We're almost thinking like a haunted house type thing. but it's not. It's problem solving. It's puzzle solving.
Puzzles.
Yeah, you go in and you
You're
you
looking for
solve one puzzle, and then you have to move to the next one,
you're
and then the
looking for
next one.
clues.
Well, I mean, Greg and I we did the beta testing on I want the apocalypse room, and we killed everybody. The whole world died.
Everybody
So
died.
sorry.
We did not save the world.
So we're all ghosts.
Yeah.
That answers
Yeah.
the question. Can everybody talk to
No,
spirit?
no, we're all zombies. We're all zombies.
Ah. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks. And yet I still have to pay taxes. Thanks a lot. You did it wrong. You ended the world wrong. Now, how many vendors do you guys have in ParaPsyCon? I know you kind of threw a number out there, but I mean, how many of us are there peddling our wares and having fun and interacting with everybody coming through?
Let's see here. I've got everything here. I can tell you, we've got there's probably about 87 different vendors. We got about over 100 different. We have over 100 tables, but you know some people get two tables, so we've got about 80 some, about 85 different vendors with over 100 tables.
So, I mean, if you're into anything paranormal, you're going to find it there at that event, be it devices, machines for ghost hunting, things to keep you safe while doing it, fun little memorabilia pieces. Like it's there.
Mhm.
And I don't think I've ever really gotten to walk around as a like shopper, if you will, to go see everything. Like I try maybe like early Sunday before we open, I'll get there 20, 30 minutes early to try and like go say hi and see all the things. And there's always the vendors that show up 3 minutes before you're supposed to open to the public. So their tables are like covered. So I'm like, I want to peek, but that's rude. So I wonder what is here, you know?
Psychometry.
It is. It is. I feel
Something-
like there's haunted dolls under this tablecloth. I feel like there might
Well,
be some dowsing rods on this table.
Well, and one of the nice things about the way Greg sets it up too, and Melissa, hopefully you can walk around and see it this year and understand the setup a little bit. Greg is very careful in the way that he places all of the vendors. Like he's not going to put a couple of crystal people selling crystals all in the same row somewhere. He he used to have a board that he had drawn up. Now it's on a spreadsheet where he can see what vendor is where to make sure that they're not interfering with sales. Because again, we care about the vendors. It's important that vendors make money. But in addition to that, we have the psychics and the healers. So we don't want to put a bunch of psychics next to each other. We place them all the way around, and we also do that with the talent. We don't have the first year. Greg, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it the first year or the first and second year where we had Celebrity Row and we were like, no, because what's
Mhm.
happening is they're all going to see the celebrities. If you space them in between everyone, the people are going to see the celebrities and they have to walk by the tables.
Right.
So
And I know this sounds funny, but you know how like when you go to the grocery store, they put like the staple stuff that you mostly need, like the milk and the eggs way in the back, so you got to go past everything. So
Mhm.
that's what I do here because a lot of times people are there for the celebrities, so I put them way in the back, like the milk and the eggs, so people have to go past all the vendors to get to them.
yeah,
So
and
I
then
mean,
one of the other things we do is the scavenger hunt. Well, two things we do. The scavenger hunt is pretty cool because there's like 20, what 15 to 20 of our vendor tables that there's a little card on it, and people have to get the scavenger hunt map and find all of these. Well, the theory behind that is if you're going to look at these, you're looking at everything on the table and you're going, oh, I really like that. I think I want to buy it. So that's the thought process behind the scavenger hunt. The other thing that we do is the ticket sales. Greg, you want to talk about that? The little
Well,
coupons?
yeah, I want to go back to the scavenger hunt first. At the end of every ParaPsyCon, we send out surveys to all our vendors because we want to find out what we did well, what we can improve on. And the first year, uh, people were saying nobody was coming to their table. All right. Well, what can we do to make people go to people's tables? Well, let's do a scavenger hunt. Let's make people search every vendor table. We will make it so guests will go to every vendor table out there. Okay? Then it's your job to make a sale. We can get the guests to your table, right? Then it's your job to make a sale. So we are doing our job. Then we got complaints. We don't like the scavenger hunt because people aren't buying anything. They're just looking for the stuff that are, the scavenger hunt stuff. We're getting people to your table. That's what we're doing.
This
And
is
then
why I'll
you
never
can-
host another event.
It's like
You can't make everybody happy.
it's like, come on. You know what? And I'm sorry, if you don't have anything that people want to buy, that's not on us.
Yeah.
You know, talk, interact with the people. Don't sit there. Don't sit there on your phone. Interact with them. Hello, hey, look what we have here. We're getting people to your table. Then interact with them and get them to buy things. Yeah.
Humans
So
are difficult.
This is what you don't want to do when you're trying to sell stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then
Oh, hi.
so I mean we can only do so much, obviously.
Well,
So
but
we're getting
we did expand on that though by bringing in the coupons because
Yeah.
Mhm.
we were like,
now
okay,
now
it's
what
a
we
complaint.
did. So because we want vendors to make money. So what we do now, and Melissa, we give all of our vendors all these red raffle tickets.
Mhm.
So for every $10 that a guest spends at a vendor table, you give them a raffle ticket. So if somebody spends $100 at your raffle at your table, you give them 10 tickets, and then they go back to our table and they put it in the raffle box, and they can win some cool prizes. They can win one of the events that the Franklin Castle does in Cleveland. They can win a private ghost hunt at Hillview Manor. They can win. What are some of the stuff they can win?
Well, they can win a ghost hunt at the Ohio State Reformatory.
State Reformatory.
Yeah.
They can win a couple of weekend passes to Scarefest down in Lexington, Kentucky.
Mhm.
So I mean, I think we have 5 or 6 prizes that they can win, and that's all for just buying stuff that they were gonna purchase anyways. So it's like maybe they'll buy more because they'll get more tickets.
Mhm.
So
I will
we
say
want our
every
vendors to do well. We
my
want our
goal every
vendors
year
to
is
do
to
well.
run out of tickets to where I have to get more from you guys, and I've gotten close, but I haven't completely ran out. But I will admit there's been a few times where the table is so busy that I'm trying to keep up with everybody and customers walk away, and then I'm like, "Wait!" Or,
I have your tickets.
"I didn't give them their ticket." So then I'm waiting to see if they're walking back to be like, "I owe you these tickets here." And they're like, "What for?" And I'm like, "What do you mean what for? Nobody else is giving you tickets? Like, what?"
Yeah.
Slackers. Like, haha, I will be the one to like be the good vendor and tell you why you need to go get your tickets from the other vendors. But
So what I gathered is my way in is to come be your helper because you need help and their spots are full. So I just need to drive
There
from
you go.
Buffalo and come be your helper.
Well, and the other thing is that table over there gives you tickets if you spend money.
Well, here's the thing
So
too.
it's like if nobody else,
When-
that one gives you
When
tickets.
all the guests
Yeah.
come in, they get their scavenger hunt player sheet, and on the
Mhm.
back of that, it's got all of our raffles that they can be involved with, and it has that where it tells them that they get the raffle tickets whenever they spend money at the vendor table. So
Yeah.
if they read it, which we all know that people don't read everything,
That's
uh,
asking a lot.
Yeah.
You
they
want them
would
to read
know.
all the details?
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
I
yeah.
will admit,
Well, we all know.
um, I've been on the scavenger hunt a few times, and I am that vendor that if you walk up to the table and you don't even bother looking, you just go, "Do you have one of these?" I will go, "I don't know. Take a look. I'm not sure.
That's
I'm just
right,
covering
and
the
that's what
table."
you should do.
I
'Cause
like
I'm
Yes,
like,
that.
"I'm not even
yeah,
trying, and now I'm gonna mess with you back because you're just being lazy."
Mhm.
So, fair
right, right.
warning.
Look for it. Don't ask.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
that's what we
Yep.
need to. So yeah, we need. You don't want to make it easy for the people. It's like, do you
Mhm.
have one of these? Yes, right here. No, no. Make the people look at your table because what Kathy says, we want people to be. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. How much is that? You know,
Mhm.
that's what we want.
And I find that the majority of the time for the scavenger, it's usually the kids. So this is how the parents are keeping the kids occupied. So if I see that little person, especially if they're barely taller than my table and they are trying their hardest to find it and I've got it, I'll wait a few minutes, let them really look and look and look and look. And then, I might kind of reach down and like move it closer for them to be like, because they're trying and they're
Yeah.
kids. But, the adults that just walk up and go, "Do you got one of these?" I don't know. Take a look. I'm just covering the table. Like, dude, I'm not playing that game with you. You're not a cute little kid
Mhm.
trying their hardest. So no, now you're
Right.
gonna have to work.
Right. So somebody just said, buy something, and I will tell you.
Yeah.
That's even
I like
better. I like
that.
that.
But it's fun. You guys had guests come through that are dressed up as different, characters and they're walking around. I don't know if they just pay the admission and do that or if that's something you guys kind of put in place, but I've seen
No,
people dressed up.
those are our volunteers.
Okay. Okay. I don't like that's fun.
But we now
Um,
have a vendor that does that.
oh,
Well, we have a couple vendors. You have the Ghostbusters.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
They dress up, but now Randy.
Yeah, Randy, the guy, last year, the guy who had the flames coming out of the
Oh, yeah,
top of
yeah.
his
I
head.
saw him walking around.
Yeah,
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 he actually has a motorcycle to go along with that costume, by the way.
that
And
he's gonna have inside.
yeah, he's gonna ride it in one day, woo, and then come on and round the back and park it in his spot in the building.
Wow, okay. I'm
Hmm.
immediately like, how is there enough flat space to do that? Because where I've always been, there's like stairs, there's like a walkway about yay wide, and
It's
so
where
that
we're
would be
gonna put
interesting to
them,
see.
like in the very back. You know, when you come in, you have those double doors.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, so those double doors will be open, and he's gonna come. I think, Greg, you
Yeah,
correct me if I'm
he's
wrong.
gonna be where
Straight
we
back.
had that tintype lady last year. She was doing the photographs, those tintype photos. I don't
If
know if
you're
you
at
saw.
if your old spot, if you looked left all the way at the corner.
Okay.
So
Where that big
like
pit was.
on the other side of the pit.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yes,
the
it's a
double
good he's
doors are
ghost right.
right across. Yep. So
Yeah,
straight in that way. Yes, we
that's
do
So
right.
have the
We do
Ghost
have.
Rider.
yeah. Watch ParaPsyCon also slowly turn into a cosplay haunted event. So,
Right.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'd
I
be cool.
mean,
The new
the
oddball.
the oddity event I was at last weekend, there were people that were also dressed up, and I'm like, I'm all for cosplay and dressing up if you want to do it, and it's always nice. And I want to say ParaPsyCon is always one of the most nicest events that I've been to, and when you're interacting with people, that you can make a lot of friends if you're willing to be social and just talk with people. Everybody's nice. Everybody's
You
there
should bring
having a great
Krampus with
time.
you.
Yeah, you might have to come up one of these years, Melanie, and come see Ghost Rider. Get your picture taken with him because he was stopping and taking pictures with everybody that asked. So,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of cosplayers will, uh, you know. Um, but yeah, you can come get your picture taken with him at ParaPsyCon.
Yeah.
I did see that somebody had asked about showing some pictures and stuff of the OSR, um, some of the evidence and stuff. We'll have to come back and do that. I don't remember who had asked, but yeah, maybe we'll have to come back, Greg, and have you on with some of the evidence from
Mm-hmm.
OSR, whether it be ours or other people's. Because that one
Mm-hmm.
piece of evidence that you do have with the shadow in the Central Guard is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That'll give me time to figure out how to upload that stuff too on this new system.
Ah, there we
Yeah,
go. So,
figure out how to
all
do
right,
that.
I see.
I went
Yeah,
off track there.
yeah, you did.
I'm reeling
all
back. I don't reel very good, do I?
Mhm.
Minor details.
I think it's like this.
A broken line.
Now ParaPsyCon next month. What is it? The 14th and 15th, 16th this year? Or?
Well,
15, 16,
that
17.
let's talk about some of the events that we also have. I think we got a few minutes. So the Thursday night, it's when it kicks off. It's Thursday the 14th. We have Cindy Kaza, who's a well-known psychic medium. She'll be doing a gallery reading. Uh, that will be in the Central Guard Room at the Ohio State Reformatory. That is an extra cost. And Friday night, that's when it officially starts. That will be our VIP kickoff party. That will be at a separate location. That's a separate cost where you can go mingle with all of our celebrity talents. We have an auction there too, where we ask our celebrities to bring like personal items that you cannot buy at their table or you cannot purchase on their website. That and most of it's signed. Where we have an auction and all the money gets donated back to the reformatory. And then we have a bar, and that is one for unfortunately 21 and older. And then on Saturday night, we have our celebrity ghost hunt, where you can go, learn how they investigate, and that's pretty much the vast majority of our celebrities. So there'll be like 20, almost 20 of our celebrities there, and that's at the House State Reformatory, and that runs from about 7:30 to 2:30, but the celebrities stay there till 11:30. So, and that's also an extra cost too. So those are all fun events that I thought I'd throw out there before we ran out of time.
It's a really jam-packed weekend. I just go there to vend. I know, I think Kathy a couple years ago, like, do you want to do this? And I'm like, I'm already tired thinking about the vending part, let
Yeah.
alone all the fun stuff too, you know.
You take a lot of stuff.
I do take a lot of stuff,
You
though.
move
This year, I
in.
think I only have right. I'm come to stay. Here's all my trunks and my carriage.
You're my air mattress.
Right. Go camping out back between the prisons. Go see why that land is so angry. Um, it could be a good way to spend a wedding anniversary if you're both into the haunted stuff. Isn't there like an Airbnb now kind of associated with the prison too? Or like a place they can stay?
Go
Kathy?
ahead,
Kathy?
No, that's yours.
It's mine. Okay. You told me I wasn't allowed to talk. No.
Oh, you've been doing a hell of a lot of
I
talking.
know. I can't help myself. I'm a talker. What can I say? Yes, there are Airbnbs that the reformatory does own. There's 3 of them. We have 2 row houses that are just across the street, and it sleeps 8 people. It has 2 double beds up, sofa sleeper down, so it's 2, 4, 6. But I'm not sure where the other 2 sleep. Or wait, am I wrong? Maybe it is 6. So it's 6 or 8 It's on the website. But we have those 2 row houses, full kitchen, shower, and everything. They're nice. The restoration department remodeled and restored them, and they're beautiful. But we also have the big house. We call it the big house, which is directly across from the reformatory. I mean, you have a perfect view of the reformatory, and that also sleeps 8 people, and it's a big house, but it also has a hot tub that's on the back as well, so you have access to the hot tub.
What? What?
It's yeah.
Mm,
So, yes,
maybe I
we
need
do
to
have
go to
those, and
events.
those are those are managed through the reformatory's website, which I will go ahead and put on here. Um, mrps.org. You can go there and look for the Airbnbs. You can see what they look like, see what the cost is, and everything. So it's pretty nice because hop, skip, and a jump away.
You had me at hot tub.
Well, there's a fire pit too. So after you're in the hot tub, you could get out and do some s'mores and
The
wine.
hot tub make my old lady joints feel nice. I love
Or really long marshmallow sticks from the hot tub to the fire pit.
There you
Right.
go.
Mile long
Or with the
roasting.
kid / minion. Hey kid, I need that s'more.
But I'm looking forward to ParaPsyCon. It's always a good event. Like I said, it's one of the first ones I write down in the new calendar every year. Like, yep, I know where I'm going to be that weekend. The rest of May, up in the air. But new calendar, I'm here.
So how far is that from where you actually are, Melissa?
It's like an hour in some change drive from the store. So you would think I have this memorized because I drive it multiple times in October when I'm bending up Lit Prison. I can like do it without GPS at this point. And even the new vehicle now, like it knows how to get to Ohio State Reformatory. Cause I think I got the new vehicle like, and then like 3 days later, it was time to start driving. So, some of the break-in, highway mileage on the truck was to OSR. I'm like, well, what a way to break it in. Going down there. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, Greg and I don't live close to OSR, even though we work there. We're an hour and 15 minutes away. So we do get an Airbnb. And we stay down there, and everybody, my family wise, that helps stay with us. And we rented out all of the Airbnbs that OSR has for the weekend for our team.
Nice.
I just go back and forth. Because I'm like, one night I can make it. And ParaPsyCon ends at like what, on 5, I think, on Saturday, or 6 and 5 on Sunday or something like that.
5.
So it's not like it's ending really late for the vendors.
5 o'clock.
So it's what, 10 to 5 for people coming in to walk around, have a good time. So you can make it a whole day. And if you really, talk with the vendors, go listen to the lectures, talk with the celebrities, you can fill your day and possible weekend if you decide to do the weekend passes.
So are the vendors just Saturday and Sunday? Because it's what
Oops. We just lost you. There she is.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, Saturday times are 10 to 5. Sunday it's 11 to 5.
So, but I will say, if you're down there walking around and it's getting to be 4:30, 4:45, and you've got a vendor like upstairs or on the other side that you need to shop from, you need to go get it, because there's kind of a hard-ish like stop at 5 o'clock because of the ghost hunt and everything that starts. So don't be alarmed if that casual conversation starts getting nudged to like, we need to wrap this up, because I've had some of the volunteers come around when I've had people at the table going, all right, everybody out. And I'm like, I am processing this credit card as fast as I can and flipping up, tablecloths to cover the table and getting out. So But it's because of that ghost hunt that will be starting, and you guys have to get ready for that and get people in place and go over the
Mhm.
safety and everything. So
Yep.
just know that if you're coming in on Saturday and you've got different things you want to go buy at different, and you've been waiting because you don't want to carry it, you need to
Right.
start wrapping it up about 4:30. Go get it.
Well, and better yet, get yourself a weekend pass instead of just a Saturday pass. Get a weekend pass. That way you don't have to worry about it. You can come back on Sunday and do all of your shopping and buy that
Yeah.
piece that's still sitting there.
Mhm.
There's my sale.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, we have speakers both days. You know, speaker
Mhm.
schedules gonna be going up on the website within the next couple days. So
Lots of interesting topics all the
And
time.
and I always tell everybody too, and I've seen this happen, you make it a weekend event. I mean, really, get the weekend pass, make it a weekend event because there's a lot to do, there's a lot to see. I mean, you can easily spend 2 days there, and then we have the food trunks. We have the food trucks. So
Yeah.
you don't even have to go out to get something to eat while you're there. And I've seen people bring blankets and throw them out on the grass because there's a beautiful, pond there and everything that you could just or underneath the trees, you lay a blanket out and sit there and eat
take
your
a
food truck
nap.
stuff. Yeah, take a nap under a tree. I mean, it's a beautiful location both inside and out.
It's more comfortable to nap under the tree than trying to lay on one of them bunks in the cells, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
There's not even mattresses, it's all just spring. And looking at it as, they say us humans, we've gotten bigger over the years, we're taller, we're bigger. So even though this prison was built in the early, like, 1900s, late 1800s, when you look at the size of the cell and the size of the beds, and I'm like, how did they ever cram 2 people in here? And how did you cram on the bed? And I'm like, oh yeah, people were a little smaller back then. But still, sleep under the tree. Don't try to sneak into a
Right,
cell and
right.
do it because you will not be comfortable at all. All right. Well, it's a little after 11. I'm sure OSR is trying to get a hold of at least one or both of you. Kathy, usually your phone is going off.
It's actually been quiet today. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're busy. I don't know.
Oh, darn.
So
Gonna
I just
say,
put the ParaPsyCon website up again.
Yeah. Yep, it's up a little ways
Okay.
up. I posted a little while ago.
Okay,
It's-
good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. If you're in the area and you can come say hi, meet everybody. Don't know if we've talked Hale into being the helper and coming in for the weekend from New
I'll have to
York.
see what's going on. I have some kind of big things that came up. The last few years have been very intense. But maybe, just maybe, even if it's for a day.
Maybe. Thank you, Amy. Don't forget to like and share. Greatly appreciate it. If anybody's got any last parting things, I do have an appointment that I get to downtown by noon.
I have another
For
call
once,
at
I'm the one that I'm
8:30.
like, I gotta get going. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. It's been good.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for
Thank you.
tolerating
Thank
us
you.
figuring out our new
We'll
streaming.
get it all
And thank
figured
you.
out eventually.
And thank you, Greg, for joining us today. We'll see you next week.
Oh, you're very
It was nice
welcome.
meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, it's always good to see. I don't get to see you that often. I see Kathy at least once a week. We hang out, we have
Right.
fun, we goof off. But
Mhm.
I mean, like, I think we need more dowsing rods, Greg. I'll throw that out there real quick.
Okay.
I'll have to
I'll
talk
work
later.
on it. Okay.
Get to work, earn your keep, right?
Okay.
All right. Well, yep.
All right.
Greg will be back with us next week. We're going to get into some Bigfoot talk. Actually, we have Bigfoot, the next 3 weeks coming up.
Great.
So
Yay.
bring your Bigfoot questions because we're going to be talking about him. His name is Daryl, according to the Progressive Commercial. All right, everybody. We will see you guys next week at 10 a.m. Thanks for joining.
Bye,
Bye-bye,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye.